Ready? All right. We're in the camper today in Myrtle Beach. Okay? Even though I'm in the camper, I still like to cook. All right? I'm doing something today that I've never done. I know you're thinking, John, I can't believe there's a meal that you have never cooked. Well, there is. Okay? Camper, I get to use a gas stove, which I use at home, and I like it a lot. I like cooking with gas. I don't like cooking with electric, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a hot plate. I've been threatening to get one for about 3 years now, just to keep in the camper so I can use electric if I want to use some electric. I'm doing something today. This is what we're doing today for supper. We're doing a little stir-fried chicken. Nothing fancy on it. Have a little bit of olive oil on it. That's what it's going to have. Just a little bit of salt and pepper and a little bit of this. Just a little bit of freaking siesta.
It might be hot.
It's just it's just got a little tang to it. Okay. I use paprika for Janice with a little bit of paprika on it. Okay, that's what I put on it yesterday, was paprika. All right. Now steaming. What I'm doing, I'm steaming broccoli and asparagus today. All right. We've been working with some asparagus lately, and it's been pretty good. I don't know if it tastes good, asparagus does or not, but we've been working with it. Just what is it? I don't know if it has any taste. I don't know. Janice says it tastes like asparagus, so who really knows? All right. Now, what I'm doing is getting all my eyes going, because I'm doing also today. This is the middle one. Okay, I'm doing something, like I said, that I've never done.
You want your back one on right now?
It's on, isn't it?
No, there you go. That one.
Yeah, chicken's going back there.
If he was ready for that or not.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put the chicken in. Okay, I'm having to work with 3 eyes today on the stove. Okay, I'm a little bit. It's a little close. Okay. See if you can get a shot there, Dan. I've got chicken going. We'll put the chicken on back here. Okay. In it, I'm going to put a little bit of butter in my chicken, because that's all I've been putting in it. A little butter and a little salt and pepper. I'm not putting any teriyaki, anything like that. This is the way I fixed it last night. What I'm saying is, even in the camper, I like to go ahead and cook some. I just do. All right. Okay. In the steamer, I'm going to go ahead and put these in. I'll leave it in a little longer. 5 minutes would do just fine if you're steaming broccoli and things like that. But what I'm going to do is leave it a little longer so I can concentrate on some of this other stuff. Okay. So I'm going to drop in the broccoli. I'm going to hit that with just a little bit of salt. Okay. And a little bit of garlic powder. Okay. Yeah, a little bit of garlic powder. I hit my chicken with a little garlic powder too. Okay, and the asparagus is going to go in here also. See if you can get a shot of that, Jan. Asparagus going, chicken's going. Okay, in the steamer. All right. I'm going to give it probably 10 minutes because I'm starting it a little bit early. All right, now for the carrots. Here's the deal. I've never done these carrots like this before. Okay, I'm going to make some carrots. I'm doing a glazed carrot. Is that about enough, Jen? In there. We can put them in a baggie. We'll have to go ahead and use them. That's a lot of carrots, okay? See if you can get a shot of those, Jen. I'm gonna do these carrots with them. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a bottle of water. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna boil these carrots for once they start boiling, I'll boil them about like Janice. I left every cabinet open into place. It didn't show a lid when I watched them do it on TikTok. It showed them boiling. No, it said you boil them without the lid. Okay? All right, now, on the chicken. One of the things about this chicken I'm going to run into is my pan is a little small. Okay? What I'm going to do probably is use my tongs to work with this chicken some. Okay? If you can see it there, I'm going to use the tongs and get this chicken sort of moving around. That is my smoke alarm, which likes to go off, okay, in the camper. Yeah. But I don't have my fan on because it's so noisy. But I'm going to run it just a minute anyhow, okay? Now, the carrots, what you want to do with those. I've never done them before. Janice fixed them one time for Thanksgiving. Oh, no, she baked them, roasted them, okay? I'm not going to roast them. I'm going to do them in the skillet. You boil them 2 to 3 minutes. Once you get them boiling, I want to boil them to soften them up a little bit. I'm going to boil them, soften them up a little bit. Then I'm going to drain them out. Then I'm going to put a little honey, butter, and brown sugar. I'm doing glazed carrots. So for glazed carrots, here's what I'm doing so you understand. I'm making glazed carrots today. I put a little bit of water, enough to cover them, all right? Put them in, I'm going to let them boil 2 to 3 minutes. Once they start boiling, in order to soften them up. Once they do that, I'm going to drain those out. And once I drain them, I'll come back with some butter, brown sugar, and just a little bit of honey, and we'll see how that turns out. All right, stop it there. All right, here's where we are so far. The carrots are a little slow about getting soft, all right? Chicken's looking good, okay? Now, one thing we do when we're in the camper, all right, in order to conserve water and conserve space and conserve time, we leave stuff in the pot a lot, okay? We just do. I gotta watch them handles. They'll trick you sometimes. You'll think that sucker's cooled off, but it's not, okay? Chicken turned out real good. All right, I'll drop it over here. Get it ready, all right? Now, what I'll do, the vegetables are not quite there yet. They're pretty close. They would probably be satisfactory where they are, but I'm going to give them just another minute. Carrots, pretty close, probably. Okay, they're not going to be. If I had this to do over, first thing I would do is leave the lid on them the whole time. If I had it to do over, I would probably leave the lid on it the whole time to give them a little more of a steaming type of boiling thing. But I think I'm going to lock and load right now, just like they are. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring them over. I'm going to drain those off, okay? To make sure I turn the right eye off. Set that there. I'm going to bring these over. Okay. Okay, pretty good shape. All right, now, here's the key. There's one I don't like. All right, the key here, I'm gonna turn this eye back on. Okay, now, I'm gonna turn it back on. I'm gonna heavy up on the butter. I don't have what I want to use on butter because I would like to use my Amish stick butter that I bought, but I got this butter instead. Okay, Par Blue Bonnet. Okay, now get it. I'm gonna hit it just a little bit. If you can get a shot on that right there, Jen, I'm gonna hit it with just a little bit of honey. Okay, now if you happen to be a diabetic, this will probably put you in a coma. So if you never hear from me again, all right, I'm gonna give some brown sugar. I'm doing a couple pretty good size tablespoons of this brown sugar. This is version 1 of this, okay? That's what it is. Version 1. And you all know that my versions seem to go, I seem to have different versions. Okay? We're sitting in a Walmart parking lot today. And I was, this evening, I was just thinking, I was taking a nap. And I woke up and I said, you know, I seen something on TikTok on some carrots, some glazed something carrots, and I said, huh, I think I'd like to fix that. And I got up and said, Janice, would you like to go in Walmart with me to get some brown sugar? And she said, no, I don't believe I would, because I'll have to get dressed and I'll have to do something other and something other and something other. And so she sent me into Walmart by myself. Now, what if I would have got kidnapped in Walmart all by myself? It was a dangerous thing. Oh yeah, all you were concerned about was the money. Suing Walmart. Meanwhile, I could be kidnapped, dangerously kidnapped. Okay, but I wasn't. And did I ask several people to kidnap me? And they said no, yes. And it didn't happen. Okay, I have to watch. All right, vegetables headed toward the table. Okay, again, we leave them in the pot and get them out. All right, now, so we can get a shot here of this. This is the carrots.
Did you put water back in?
Nope, that is the butter. Okay. This eye here where the stove is sort of small and my pot is sort of big. You have to be careful with it. You know, I'm really guessing at a little bit of this. They said a little salt and pepper too. Okay, so I don't want to not do what they say.
Measurements of the ingredients?
Of which one?
Anything.
You know, they said some measurements, but I didn't pay much attention. Okay, I didn't pay much attention. They said some measurements, a cup of this and spoon of that.
You have to put a cup of nothing.
Okay, but anyway, there's the carrots, and I'm going to let them go for a little while. Okay, I'm going to give them just a few more minutes. How long? Who really knows how long? Nobody knows how long. Anyway, we're sitting in the Walmart parking lot at Myrtle Beach, cooking. I'll be back in a minute. Hopefully, I can show you what it looks like on the table.
Okay.
All right, carrots are done. Okay, now, here's the deal, what we're at, all right? Okay, I'm gonna slide this over. All right, now, little chicken, little stir-fried chicken. What we have done too, we noticed in the past that we had too much chicken, okay, and too much steak. We got now to where we'll split a steak and we'll split a chicken, okay? I don't know, because it just seems like it's too much. All right, asparagus and broccoli, okay? This has to be good for you, doesn't it? Asparagus and broccoli does. Now, is the carrots good for you? Probably not, okay? These are glazed, you could call them honey glazed carrots if you wanted to. Come over this way, Jan, see if you can get a shot of this plate right here. Ooh, gee whiz, that's hot. Okay, now, I really am not going to bite this, okay? You say, John, why don't you bite it? Because I'm pretty smart. I'm not completely. Your chicken I'll bite, okay? It's okay. All right? I put a little yum yum sauce on it, a little generic food line yum yum sauce, not the real. The broccoli, perfect, perfect. The asparagus now, let me ask you, does this asparagus really make any sense? Does it have any nutritional value? Probably not.
It does.
Does it? I'm going to have to see something on that. I'm going to have to ask the internet.
Google it.
Huh?
We'll Google it.
Because I don't know about asparagus. But now we steam these. We started steaming these vegetables a lot. Oh. Okay, now let's talk about these carrots. What I done was these are a honey and a brown sugar glaze with on these carrots is what I done. A honey and a brown sugar. Now they really didn't get as done. Are they hot? We were hot. Could I taste that carrot? No, because I was chewing it so fast to get that hot sucker out of my mouth. I thought it was going to die. But it was carrots are hard to. It's tough to get carrots real soft. Probably if I steamed them instead of doing them in the skillet and boiling them, but boiling them should get them more done. I can taste the sweetness in it, okay, but it's nothing to write home about. Okay, I can taste it. Okay, but I'm going to call this camping meal a success. Walmart parking lot, Myrtle Beach, camping meal. Turned out pretty good, Jan. All right. All right. Thank you for watching Cooking with John. Be sure and like, share, follow, and subscribe. Give it a heart if you at all want to possible. I have all kinds of cooking programs in a playlist right here where you're watching. Thank you for watching Cooking with John.